2021 is over. Well, I mean, technically speaking, when I'm filming this, it's 2021. But when I'm posting this, it's going to be 2022. So... anyways, welcome back to the channel. It is JJ Buckets, and today we have our final mailbag from last year that we are technically discussing in last year, but are going to be posting in next year. I just thought it'd be more fun to post on January 1st and just see all of these. Anyways, I asked everybody to send in hot takes, bold predictions, whatever for the Raptors in 2022. Got some good ones in, so I'm going to talk about them today. If you want to be featured in these in the future, just keep a lookout. I usually leave Instagram stories, I post a tweet, and I leave a community post, which I can do now on YouTube, to send in hot takes. So if you want to be featured in the future, just be on the lookout for literally any of those. Alright, before I get into the video, just make sure, as usual, drop a like on it. It helps the algorithm out a lot, and I super appreciate it. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel as well. Almost at 700, which is really cool. Yeah, but besides that, let's jump into the first hot take. John predicts there will be lots of deep squats next year. Which, I mean, with Nick Nurse, that's not a prediction, that is a spoiler. Scotty Barnes, All-Star Game MVP. No. No. How about Scotty Barnes Rising Stars Challenge MVP, or whatever they're calling that game now? That seems feasible and doable. How about, yeah, let's do that. It's okay, I'm Russian. Says that, and I'm assuming this is if health and safety protocols go to shit again and like most of the team is in it, says that the Raptors should hire Svi, which is me in this case, not the Svi on the team, and and the White Russian, which would be him, to be the Brick Brothers in the backcourt. Well, first of all, sir, I don't know who you're addressing when you're saying Brick Brothers, because last time that me and you played together, I cooked everybody on the court left and right. So, what bricks? What bricks? But also, realistically speaking, if I got a 10-day, I would probably only take shots that were like wide open and I couldn't miss, so then I could retire from the NBA and know that and claim that I had never missed a shot while in the NBA. So you know what? I'm here for this. Let's get that 10-day, brother. Kawhi Leopard, and shout out to him, he's always been here, he's great, has the Raptors making it through the play-in if Masai decides not to tank, and even going far, surprising people, you know, and just doing this through the play-in. Can the Raptors pull that off? Well, let's start with the play-in part. I definitely could see the Raptors potentially sneaking in, obviously through the play-in and winning that, because realistically speaking, with what's going on this year and how the Raptors have looked, the play-in seems like a likely scenario for where they end up, whether it be anywhere between 7 to 10, but like, they look like a play-in team. Now, as far as them being a play-in team, are they going to make it through that play-in? I think there's a good chance, and my reasoning will kind of stay the same throughout this, and then the next point of what I'm going to talk about with this hot take, where the Raptors, when healthy, do have a crazy good defensive unit, like top to bottom. If you're talking about the lineup of Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, and Pascal Siakam at full strength, that's a really good defensive lineup. So they could give any team that they're realistically matched up against hell, and the only thing they're going to need to hope for is a semblance of offense, right? To be able to outclass their opponent by just a little bit. So I could definitely see them making it through the play-in. Can they go far after going through the play-in? Well, it really depends on what, I guess, your definition of going far is. Do I think they're good enough to maybe steal a series off of somebody that's higher seeded and maybe was just a great regular season team, but not a, you know, team set for the playoffs? Yeah, perhaps I could see that. Again, with their defense, they could realistically give anybody hell. The problem is whether or not the Raptors are going to be able to find good offense and ISO scoring in particular. Like come playoff time where obviously the game is slowed down and you're seeing the same team every night and they can game plan more extensively against you to take things away. So in that regard, do I think they're going to go far? Again, depending on what your definition is, I'm still going to say probably not. I could definitely see them maybe stealing a series, But do I think they're going to go far? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of quality teams in the Eastern Conference that, you know, come playoff time are just better equipped for playoff basketball than the Raptors will be this season. So I can definitely see them making it through the play-in. I don't think they're going to go far in the playoffs. Next one here is from my good man, the Warch Report, and he says, if healthy, the Raptors will be a top 5 team in the East. I'm guessing if healthy from here on out, I suppose is the take. So in that regard, I don't think so. I mean, first of all, there's 4 teams near the top here if we're talking about, obviously, Brooklyn, we're talking about Chicago, we're talking about Miami, and we're talking about the Bucks that are probably more or less, I feel comfortable saying, locks for the top 4. Past that, there's a lot of other good teams that just have obviously better records than the Raptors now. Just my point with this is the Raptors have a lot of ground to make up when it comes to any kind of Eastern Conference positioning, Eastern Conference race, and is there a possibility, like a small one, that they could really get things on track and play well enough in 2022 to get into top 5 seeding, like by the slimmest of margins? Like maybe, is it the most likely outcome? Probably not. As I was talking about, like in the last segment, the Raptors are in all likelihood just a play-in team from here. Maybe if all the stars align, they could actually even push up just a little bit higher to like the 6th seed or something. And again, like if all the stars really align, maybe they push for the 5th seed. I don't think so. I don't believe it though. In all likelihood, the Raptors are a play-in team. If they want to compete for the rest of the year, they're a play-in team. I can't see them going as high as the 5th seed. I'm sorry, Warch. Steven says the Raptors will land another top 5 pick, which is interesting because this is also kind of, I guess, my issue with being one of those middling teams is you're not necessarily good enough sometimes to really have a super impactful season or even make the playoffs sometimes. And you're not really bad enough to land one of these top picks, which is a shame. So like, could the Raptors land a top 5 pick? Realistically, if they miss the playoffs and they get a little bit of lottery luck as they did last year, yeah, they absolutely could. So hopefully Adam Silver wants to rig that draft for us again, because let's be real, the amount of money you'll make from Toronto, which is a big market, I'm saying it's not inconsequential. But realistically, like, yeah, like I hate being in the position of being middling because you miss out on some of the top talents. And like, yeah, the Raptors have obviously been good on getting talents outside of, you know, these top picks, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But like, there are some guys like near the top of this draft that I look at and I could really see as exciting pieces for the Raptors in particular. And again, like, this is the thing, like, at this point, without lottery luck, if they miss the playoffs, they would be really at a disadvantage to potentially get a pick to get a guy like this. But a guy that I've really had my eye on that I think could be a really fun ad for the Toronto Raptors is Chet Holmgren, right? Like, he seems like such a hand in glove fit in terms of what the Raptors could really use in terms of, you know, a versatile big, you know, not one of those like, I don't know, like Greg Monroe types or something that like would have been around for the past 2 decades, but somebody that's grown up with the modern game and somebody that has the skill set of a modern big man while still being a good proper big, somebody that'll pull down rebounds for you, so on and so forth. Like Chet Holmgren would be fantastic on this team, and I gush at the idea of it, but realistically speaking, somebody like Chet Holmgren is going in the top 5, potentially going in the top 3. And it would take a lot of lottery luck for the Raptors to put themselves in that position. So, like, will they land a top 5 pick without some luck? Probably not, but we got lucky last year. Who knows? Could jump up again this year, so fingers crossed, I guess, if they don't make the playoffs. Siakam signs a brand deal with Beyblade. Oh, come on, man. That's so out of pocket. That's gonna do it for this installment of JG's Mailbag. Obviously, there was a lot of, I guess, more fun, not as serious ones, which I was honestly 100% here for. You know, obviously we had the serious topics there, but we also had a lot of ones that we could have fun with, and love that. So, great mailbag in my opinion. 10 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it too, comment below and let me know your thoughts on some of these takes, some of these opinions. Obviously they're hot takes for a reason, so drop yours, I guess. Let's add to the collection. Other than that, if you enjoyed everything here today, like the video. I really do mean it when I say I appreciate it, because it helps the video out a lot in terms of performance, and it helps me grow as a channel, which, you know, I'll take every bit of positivity I can get with Ontario breaking record after record of daily COVID cases, and just being on the verge of potentially another lockdown. I don't even want to get into this. Anyways, like the video, it'd be great. Subscribe if you're new here as well. Really helpful. Slowly but surely, the number of subscribers is increasing, and why don't you be one of them? Be a part of the community. It'd be fun. It'd be great. I'd love to have you. That'll do for me here today. Hopefully everybody will enjoy the new year. Hopefully it'll be a better year, although I mean, for those that have seen Spider-Man, hope for the worst so that way you won't be disappointed. Yeah, that's gonna be it. We'll see everybody